Talks with the Thunder Sisters. And I'm Rena.
And I'm Rochelle.
And we're back on the porch, so I guess we got something to talk about.
Always something to talk about.
So today we're going to be talking about the consolidation paperwork. We're going to give some updates on our consolidation paperwork that we're trying to get from the school. We have got an email back in response to the Sunshine Law request.
So we submitted the paperwork on Thursday, or
Yep.
the Sunshine request on Thursday.
Which would have been August 21st. And then they have 3 days to respond. So we're cutting it close in that 3-day window of when.
Today is when we got our response back.
Yes.
And we ended up calling them because we hadn't seen anything. And when he left a message when he was trying to get a hold of them, and of course they didn't ever call us back, so Bobby went ahead and called him again, and that is when she said, oh, you didn't see your email. So in that time frame that he had
Been helping kids in homeschool.
yeah, and calling them, instead of calling them back, they had sent him an email. And so we're going to read that email.
Yep,
that way you guys know what's going on.
Yep, and then we're going to talk about the Sunshine Law and what that entails, and then give our thoughts on the email. And then we've got a few other things to talk about. So Rochelle's going to go ahead and read that email so we can give you the update of what is going on trying to get the consolidation paperwork.
So request for records. We received, this is from Marcia Webb. I'm just going to go ahead and say that because that is what it says here. I just want you all to know. It says, we received your payment for the requested records on August 21st. Due to the scope of your request, the voluminous amount of potentially responsive records, and the amount of time it will require to locate and review the potentially responsive records, the district will need additional time to make the requested records available. We anticipate that the requested records will be available at the earliest at 3 p.m. on September 19th, 2025. We will contact you if they are available before time. Marcia Webb, Superintendent Secretary.
Okay, so they're saying that they won't be available for us to pick up until September 19th, which is 3 weeks and 2 days? Was it 3 weeks and 2 days?
2 days, yeah.
Away. So that's a pretty lengthy time.
Yeah. Again, I just want to touch on, we requested this paperwork beforehand, before school ended. So before May, I think it was April, when we started talking about that.
You know what? I can't remember, but it was before the end of the school year. So, I mean, they've had all the summer break to get this done because we sunshine lawed them and requested the paperwork.
And then, of course, we got hit with the paywall, right? So they had all this time to organize and get those records together, and they didn't.
Yeah.
So just another kind of, we feel like it's just another stalling technique.
Tactic.
Yeah, trying to get us a little bit, make us wait a little longer for something now that we've paid for. So
Yeah. So we've got to wait 3 weeks to get the consolidation paperwork, and then if they give it to us then, because we've been informed that they can send us an email and let us know.
they can extend the time frame.
That's the word I'm
as
looking
long
for.
as they notify you within 72 hours. So yeah. Let's hope they don't do that.
Yep, let's really hope they don't do that.
because I mean,
that would be like
another technique for, but you know, this is something, you know, when you get into politics and government and you start learning these things, and it's something that someone has told us along this way is when do-dirties, I'm just going to say that, when do-dirties want to keep things from public's hands, they do stalling techniques. So I'm hoping...
You say techniques, I say tactics, because it's tactical.
I'm hoping that it's just because they didn't do the records and that we're going to actually get them on the 19th.
Yeah.
So
that's what we hope for, and we definitely want to give the benefits
of a doubt.
Yep. We definitely want to do that.
I'm not trying to be harsh towards them. I'm just saying that's something that we've seen repeatedly and heard repeatedly throughout government entities.
Yeah. Well,
So-
and just from the start of this, it's been interesting because of, you know, we asked for the paperwork,
And then they couldn't find any.
and then we were given a yearbook
Yeah.
clipping, and then we were giving some minutes clippings.
And then it was, oh, I don't know exactly what you're asking of me.
Yep. And then we got a newspaper article.
Yeah.
And then
It just
can't find anything, and then we sunshine law, and magically there's 300 pages of this that
of documentation.
of documentation. So
Again, you know, it just feels like we've been stalled a lot. So
Yeah. So, just so you guys know, I just thought I'd read some of what the overview of the Sunshine Law is. It says, to get paperwork under Missouri Sunshine Law, submit a written request, which we did that, to the public governmental body that holds the records, supplying or specifying the records you need and the way you prefer delivery. That's worded weird. Delivery method, and to prepare to pay a reasonable fee for searching and copying. So, so it says to make a formal request. We did that, and we were specific in what we needed.
and we were prepared to pay.
Yep.
We just weren't prepared to pay that much.
Yes. So this in this fees, it says you may be charged up to 10 cents per copy or per page for copies, which we were, and then plus a reasonable fee for the time necessary to research and prepare the documents.
And they have to, because they never have done them into digital form. So yeah, we're also updating their records a little bit for them. So
We think, anyway.
they don't have it into digital form because they said they have to go through and painstakingly put them in because they're old documents.
Well, probably the same if they were just going to copy it too, though.
Yes.
Yeah. So there we are on that. And in that also it said that they had to give, they had 3 days to respond to the message or to the request.
And they did.
And they
Well, I mean, yeah, they did. But now here we are.
well, okay, so you delivered it on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're counting Thursday, it's Thursday, Friday. We're not going to count the weekend because it's business days, I would assume, and Monday. So that's 3 days. If we didn't count Thursday and we did Friday, Monday, Tuesday. What is today?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Oh, well, that's interesting. Isn't
Yeah.
It was in.
Well, I mean, retrospect 3 days. We'll give them that.
Anyway,
Again,
at least we got an email.
governing bodies.
So, which Bobby had been checking his email and checked the email this morning and didn't have one. And then around noon is when little afternoon is when she responded back. So, but we're glad we got a response back. So now we know, and we have a time frame, and so we are hoping that we get the paperwork that we requested and paid for, $350 for.
And September 19th.
Yes.
So we got a ways to wait, guys. But
Yep.
I mean, we'll get there, and we'll bring this information to you guys as soon as we get it.
Yeah.
So you'll have to probably give us about a week to go through it so we can get some talking points.
But we will make a video.
Yeah.
We will make a video on September 19th
Showing the paperwork.
and letting you know
Well, one way
if
or
we
another,
get it
if
or
we
not.
get it, yeah.
We're really hoping we do.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks
yeah.
for the likes.
Yes. So, and then I think what else we got to talk about?
So, Ashlyn is in the FFA, and she is selling rad tickets. I just wanted to throw this out there for everyone. If you need a rad ticket, let me know. Or want to buy a rad ticket, let me know so I can get her to you.
Yep. So rad tickets. What are they?
Raffle, auction, and dinner. So they raffle off. There's a big day, and they do a pulled pork dinner, and they raffle off a bunch of items. And these are really good items like shotguns, utility trailer, this is examples that they give, pistols, those sorts of things. But they are $50 a piece to get your name in the drawing.
Which is a ticket, $50 a ticket.
Those are the big ticket items, and then they do also a bunch of smaller items as well. So, once you start, so of course I started asking questions when I was there, and I wanted to know, because I went to the FFA Ice Cream Social, which was amazing, by the way. It was at the high school, and it was a really nice thing for them to do, a nice event for them to do. But then I kind of found out, I was asking, what does all this money go towards? Well, it goes
Good question, though.
Yeah, it goes towards all the events. Everything in the FFA is paid for pretty much by the FFA. They do some grants and stuff, but their funding mainly comes from them and these rad tickets. That's where the FFA funding comes from. Now, I did ask, so you don't get support really from the school funding? The school doesn't fund the FFA program? And they said, well, the school sometimes helps out, but mainly it is the FFA program that pays for everything. And that includes, there is a farm, a school farm, and animals. They have animals there, and they pay for the feed, they pay for their caring.
So that all comes out of the FFA budget with the money that they raise?
Yeah,
Okay.
from what I understand, everything that these rad tickets are used for is all for FFA. And also there is a very expensive event at the end. You get to go to nationals and all of that, and you have to sell the most tickets to be able to go, and I think it's the top two. I can't remember now.
Only two
Don't
kids
quote
get
me.
to go?
I think that. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's the top two sellers. But that helps them fund their whole thing because they get food and everything.
Oh yeah, it's expensive.
And it's a crazy expensive trip.
Yeah, because you got hotel, and I went when I was in high school.
Another thing she said that they were raising money for was their barn. They were going to try to get a new barn over there because their barn is, it's just older and shabbier. So they're needing some updates. So that was another thing that they were raising money. So the FFA, you know, they're really trying to sell these rad tickets so that they have some type of funding for their program. So I really thought that was interesting hearing that, and
it's not something you knew until your kid got
I
involved
didn't
in it.
know. I guess I just assumed that their funds, at least some of their funding, you know, was from the school, but it does. Every now and then it sounds like they might help, but it doesn't sound like a majority, no. Which I just don't. I don't know. I don't understand some of that. So
Yeah.
especially since, you know, being in ball and knowing what you know about ball and how much money is funded and funneled into ball.
The sports programs.
Yeah, yeah, the sports programs.
Yeah.
So,
And knowing, you know, like, we know that
this summer that they did help out the ball field and stuff
In Mountain View.
Mountain View.
and
So-
then afterwards offer to
But not only that, like I said before, in one of the last videos when we had went to that meeting, Miss Heine had specifically said that they were going to be buying a 3D printer for science class or something. And then you say,
how much are 3D printers?
they're pretty darn expensive.
Yeah, this is a nice one,
Yeah,
they said.
it's a nice one, and
Probably upwards of it.
and I get being proud about that, but then I'm thinking, what program could have that money went into besides for just science?
What would science even need a 3D printer for? I don't even know.
I don't know.
I can't even think
it's
of
kind of
anything.
like a hands-on science, but it's still not like a.
Well, it's not a necessity.
It's not a necessity for sure.
Yeah.
It's more about making like cutesy fun things with the 3D printer.
Yeah,
This is Bobby talking off camera if you can hear him.
yeah.
I can't be on camera, I'm sorry. I have issues.
Anyways, so to me personally, I think that, you know, and I feel the funding
Would
for
be
something
better
like that,
utilized elsewhere.
for sure. There's so many programs and stuff within their school that needs help, and I'm not saying that the FFA can't stand on their own, because, you know, they do really good with these rad tickets.
They're doing a wonderful job as
But
it is. Yeah.
but then you feel, you know, like you have to get them sold, right? You kind of feel like you have
pressure to sell $50 tickets, and that's kind of a lot.
It
you
is
know,
a lot. I mean, the
an average
prizes
person.
are amazing.
Yeah. For what you're getting. You're getting amazing.
They are, but, you know, like I asked my grandma, and she's like, you know, because she's older, and she's like, whoa, $50, that's crazy. But of course, you know, we'll do it because we love our kids, and we love
And
to
we want to
support
support the
our
FFA.
our future farmers of America.
Yeah, that's a wonderful program, especially for our area, and then just the amount of things that they do with the kids. So many wonderful things that they're teaching our children. How to care for
Hands-on.
animals.
Hands-on.
Yes, how to
Very
shoot,
hands-on.
like if they're in skeet shooting, and how to do that. And so, I mean, this is a wonderful program that obviously we would love to see continued, and we're not saying that it won't. We're saying that, you know,
For us, we're saying that we just, I guess I just assumed that they received some fund, most of their funding from the school.
yeah.
I guess I just assumed it. And if you learned anything following videos, I guess we shouldn't assume anything. So there's that. And then Rena has heard some fun facts as well, right?
Yes. So just ending with talking about the FFA, Ashlyn, one of the children, has these rad tickets. And so if we were hoping to get anything out of talking about this, is that we really would love you to support any child that is selling rad tickets, because of the amazing program that money goes to support.
Support your future farmers of America.
If we can buy, all these $10 football tickets that you got discounts on and stuff over the years, I know I bought
They're $20
several.
now.
Well, okay, and I bought a $20 one. So I bought several of them over the years. If we can do that, can we not buy some rad tickets to help future farmers of America? I mean, that is the backbone of our country. And so let's support our future farmers of America and buy a $50 rad ticket. And Ashlyn is selling them, and I'm sure there's other children selling
there's
them.
Several kids selling
And they
them.
have to sell 5.
Yeah.
So,
they have to sell 5 to be considered in the FFA. To be in the FFA.
to be in the association?
Yes, to be in, you can be in ag class, but you're not in the FFA.
Unless you sell 5 tickets.
Yes.
Okay. And then after that, you can sell more tickets than that. And then that puts you in the running for
There's so much
the convention.
So much. They get, it's like a tier. So if they sell 10 tickets, they get something for that. If they sell 15 tickets, they, it goes up.
Okay.
Every time. So, I mean, it's always worth supporting and helping out any one of those kids.
Yeah. And I'm sure the FFA teachers would appreciate it very much.
Yes.
Because they work very hard.
To keep this program alive, to keep it going, to keep kids
and
interest.
organizing. They've got to organize it all and
keeping interest in it.
Yes. So if you see one of the FFA teachers, give them a shout out and tell them, good job, you're doing an amazing job. So then the new thing that I have heard is they have taken all of our trophies out of, so we're talking about Birch Tree Elementary. I do not know about Mountain View, but in Birch Tree Elementary we had a huge trophy case, and it had the history of Birch Tree in that trophy case, and it had trophies and pictures.
There was pictures on the wall
There's
as well.
pictures on the wall as well.
You could flip through.
We have heard those are gone, and we've heard people are upset about that.
Yeah, that our history in Birch Tree is not displayed anymore.
So, in pure speculating form, why do you think that would be? Where did our stuff go?
Yeah, in pure speculating form.
And why would they do that?
Again,
Are they cleaning them, maybe?
Cleaning them? That doesn't sound right. Well,
Benefit of the
for
doubt.
one, I would say you got somebody that isn't from here in there. So,
So maybe not respectful.
not
of
as
the
sentimental.
Yeah, if she's the one that removed them, whoever removed them, or why,
Yeah,
whoever made that decision, we don't know who made that decision to remove them, but
I'm just saying, you said speculate.
Yeah.
I was speculating.
okay, we're speculating.
I was speculating.
I speculate, if I'm speculating, I speculate they,
Thanks for the love.
possibly, I mean, if we're talking about consolidation paperwork and consolidating, moving, taking away our elementaries and consolidating them into one elementary up near the middle school or somewhere in that area, I'm speculating that's a step closer to the consolidation, but I mean, that's just my pure speculation.
Well, especially if you find out that they moved them up into the central location.
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know if they moved them or if they're just
So
in
if you
some
know where
type,
they
type
are,
of storage.
let us know, because we're curious.
Yeah.
Where they went. And I know I'm smiling, but I mean, I'm a little upset. Where did they go? I mean, that's our history.
We look for those every time we go in there.
Yes,
And
we do. We really do.
We haven't been able to go in there very
Yeah,
much.
it's kind of closed off.
I think I went in there twice last year
Yeah.
when my kids were in there. No, I went in there 3 times. 3 times. I went in there, and because we had the talent show, So we went in for the talent show, and then we went in for, there was something else, a graduation. And then there was one other event that we did, and that was it.
Well, we did for the meeting we went to.
Oh yeah, that was it. So I went in there 3 times, and we actually looked through one of the picture book things while we were there.
Yeah. So that's sad. That's, you know, sad to me thinking about that. And
thank you for doing what you are doing, Thunder Sisters. You all rock.
thank you, Bobby.
Thank you.
Your biggest
Always
fan.
here to support.
I'm your biggest fan, babe.
But yeah, we just wanted to kind of let you guys know about that. If you're upset about that like we are, call the school. Let your voices be heard, or email one of your
School board members.
Yep, school board members.
I mean, or just ask where the heck they went.
Yeah.
I mean, we should get to know that, right?
Yeah.
Where'd you move them to? What'd you do with them?
Yeah.
Are they in the back room collecting dust, or are they still on display somewhere?
Yeah. Maybe when you go to pick up the kids, you can pop in and ask.
Pick up what kids?
Your kid. Oh, yeah, you don't pick up kids from school no more.
No, I don't.
Never mind.
My kids are here
Scratch.
homeschooling. Only one is Ashy, and she rides the bus.
Yeah. So, anyways, we just wanted to bring that to your attention because that's concerning to us. Ultimately, we speculated, but we don't actually know why they're gone or where they've gone to. So that would be wonderful to know.
Again, we just ask you guys to get involved, be involved, be on the lookout, be watchful, and as always, be present.
Yeah.
Be present in your kids' lives.
Yes. You know, and as I've said, you know, if my kids were in middle school, I'd be talking to them every day. You know, just who you talking to, you know, be involved in your children's life, because you just don't know. You don't know who they're talking to. You don't know what they're learning in their school, in their classes, unless you talk to your kids. You don't know what they have in their classrooms up for their own personal convictions or their own personal
or what they're studying.
Yeah, for what they're studying, unless you ask your children
As
questions.
you found out when Bailey came home, and at one point in time, she was studying
in his religion stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Iraq or something like that. I can't remember.
They were going through like
Muhammad.
Yeah, they were going through different religions, and they were talking about in the book they were talking about Islam and Christianity and Catholicism. I don't know if it's Catholicism, but different religions. And
also, I will say this. I was very appreciative of the PE teacher, because I found out that my daughter was in PE class, and they were doing a yoga class.
Oh, Ashlyn, because Ashlyn is going to.
Yes, and Ashlyn immediately stood up for herself and said, hey, I can't participate in yoga. And the teacher understood completely and was like, okay, we'll figure something else out for you. So Ashlyn was very, very appreciative. Now, all the other kids, I do believe, did yoga without any other thoughts to it. I don't know if you guys realize, if you're a Christian,
If you're a believer,
you really should look into yoga.
The root of yoga.
It's some pretty not good stuff. Every pose has a meaning behind it,
And a deity.
and a deity that you
Attached to
worship.
it.
Every single pose that you do, you're worshiping a deity.
Yep, you cannot separate, you cannot, so yoga originated from Hinduism, and Hinduism tied every yoga pose to a deity. And so to worship that deity, to bow down to that deity. And so as a believer, I don't want to bow down to any other deity. As a believer,
As a believer, you know you should not bow
Yes.
down, because you shall have no other gods before me.
It's in the 10 Commandments.
Yes, that's 100%.
So anyway, and you can't undo it. You can't untie the spirituality to just the exercise of it, right? There's no untying of it. If you're doing a downward dog, you're doing that as a worshiping that false god. So I didn't know you were gonna bring that up, but that was a great topic to bring up.
I just remembered that, and I just thought, well, as a parent, I wouldn't know that if my child didn't come home and tell me right away that, they were doing yoga there. I was very, very appreciative of the PE teacher, because if not, I'd have probably had to go up there, because my kid she knows she cannot participate in that. She cannot. And she would not anyways, even if I wasn't the one telling her to, she would not, because she knows what it means. So, I just want you guys to be aware that, your kids are participating in that, and maybe do your research, research the root of it.
I'll actually post some videos that will educate you on yoga and the spirituality behind it, so that you as a believer will know and understand why we as believers should not
do your
participate in yoga. We firmly believe that.
I'm not saying don't go to spin class, but I'm saying those poses, the yoga poses.
You can stretch. You can do stretches and other things without doing yoga.
Yeah.
Yoga is a religious practice. They have Americanized it, right? And put a Christianese
But when you go over to Hinduism,
over it,
like when you go over to Hinduism and stuff, like that's
you
required of you to do those poses, to learn those poses, to know those poses backwards and out, to know whose deity you're worshiping with that pose.
And the Hindus will tell you. So we've watched several videos on this, and the Hindus will tell you, you can't disconnect the stretching exercise from the spirituality side. It is connected. And so I mean
you could say you're doing it, but you're not actually doing it, because every time you do that pose, even if you're not consciously thinking it, it's happening.
Yep. And so I'm just going to be so bold as to say about the yoga, like, I wouldn't do it. You're just inviting demonic things into your life, and I wouldn't do it. It opens doorways.
There you are.
So we will leave some videos if you're interested in watching them. I'll leave them in the comments section of this video, and we hope you watch them. We pray you watch them.
Yeah.
Because they will be very informative.
Thank you, Jesus.
So we have talked about the consolidation paperwork and updated you guys on that. So if you haven't watched that, go watch it at the beginning of this video in just a minute when we end it. We've talked about supporting our FFA. Please support our FFA. We would really appreciate that.
And we talked about the different metals and the history of Birch Tree.
Yes.
Getting removed out of our elementary school.
That's right. And so where did they go? Where did the case go? Where did our pictures go? Where did our trophies go? Where did our history go? So we're curious about that. And so I guess we'll probably be sending out some emails, maybe asking and inquiring of that. But we want to let you guys know so you guys could too if you're concerned about that like we are.
All right. Well,
so
I guess that's the end.
It's
Let's
a wrap.
Wrap it up.
You guys have a great day. And
bye, guys.
Next time we'll see you on the porch, definitely on September 19th.
That's right.
Unless we got something to talk about quicker.
Yeah, unless we
That's
get
3 weeks away. So we
we may get
we may
vetoed
have
again
another
or whatever.
Yeah,
you never know.
We never know. So we may have something else.
We're
to talk
hoping
about.
and praying that we do not. So
Yeah.
and that we have the paperwork to show you.
Yep. So look for our upcoming videos on Facebook or YouTube or both, and subscribe and like. Hit
Thanks.
that bell notification.
Bye, guys.
Bye.